The Nikon DF is not so much a digital fusion as it is a digital failure, but the fact of the matter is that it shares the same sensor as the D4, but just how much D4-ness is in the DF. Bit of crafty juggling, lens juggling. Thing is in the Nikon FX range. If you want a full-frame DSLR, you've got the D610. Nah, D800, too big a file. D4, too big a camera, too expensive. So the DF seems like the perfect solution of modest megapixels and a decent weight. X marks the spot. Put it down my jogger trousers. Yeah, we'll have to put an aperture dial in such an awkward position. They should carry a warning. Do not operate the aperture dial when you're holding a D4 in your other hand.
Images look pretty much the same.
But let's face it, the advantage of this 16 megapixel sensor isn't shooting in the daylight, it's shooting in the low light. The Nikon D4 is incredible at high ISO stuff, and the DF has the same sensor, so in theory they should be the same. Well, there's only one way to find out. High ISO test. And we're going to see how they render a black object like this. In the dark. Ah, good job DigitalRev TV has some spare batteries lying around.
We wanted to do the test seriously, so we picked a broad selection of different objects that come in roughly the same black colour for a quick and easy low light test.
Great, there we go. Shit, no SD card. Why does a DF have to have the SD card flap on its arse here? Oh no, it doesn't have a half. It doesn't do half stops. I put in a third of a step mode, and I can use this dial to get more precise exposures. Oh, it's just like D610 with a fancy shell now. Okay, there we are.
You do get low light ability of the D4. They say the DF is better in low light. The difference in reality? Negligible. True black colour zone become less true at around 25,600, but still usable shots with a bit of work. Bump it up and it starts to get unusable.
Paedophile uncle. What camera is that? That's like a D800 with a battery grip.
Without a doubt, the D4 offers up high-speed qualities that other Nikons can only dream of.
Ladies and gentlemen, the ultimate street fighter! K.O. Super combo! Perfect!
But can the autofocus speed and accuracy of the DF match up with that of the D4? There's only one way to find out. A little race.
So, got one camera, the D4, going to test autofocus when catching our friend on a freewheeler. 3, 2, 1, go! I need to change the set ISO. Parkour! Parkour shortcuts!
Next up, the DF.
Don't know why we had to do the running, but I could just stand here and do it. So let's just cut. Let's just do the DF here. Yeah. Hang on. I need to burst. That's burst mode. Yeah, that's fastest burst mode. Okay then. Oh.
Alright, it wasn't even close. The DF focusing system is usable, but sometimes mediocre. The speed is just not there when you're shooting continuous autofocus and auto point selection.
Make no mistake, the DF is not made for action, although it's got 39 autofocus points versus 51. Sounds like quite a lot. But also the autofocus points on the DF are all put in the centre. Pointless. Slightly better with the D4. That's because this borrows from the D610's autofocusing system, which is similar to the one in the D7 100. It's the same.
And this is how the D4 video compares to the video from the DF. Probably a good time to stop it right there.
So in terms of seeing D4 qualities in the DF, there's really not that much, apart from the basic image quality. As a camera, the D4 is still better in every respect. Of course it's more expensive, but this is still not cheap for what it is. And if you want something that's lighter, basic features, smaller megapixels, get the D610. Makes sense, doesn't it?
Let's face it, the purpose of the DF is exactly as Nikon showed in the advert, to slow yourself down with photography. Good things take time and all that, but I don't quite get why people would want to buy this just because it has a D4 sensor. Sure, it's good in low light, but so what? Useful DSLR features have been disabled when they could have easily been left in. The pure photography-ness aspect isn't pure enough. So you want a D610 with less stuff and a slightly better low light performance. Go ahead, but we all know you're buying it because it's different.